Welcome, Capricorn. This is your reading for March 9th through the 15th, 2020. I'm Mark Kozak, and this is our Kozak Tarot. And as you see, I already have the cards laid out for you, a few more than usual. As you might be able to tell, I'm starting out this channel with some limited technology, limited resources, which is why I have to do things all in one take. If we resort to take two for whatever reason, the good news is for you that we get to start out with a little bit more comprehensive understanding of the reading to start out with. And so in your case, Capricorn, I'm seeing that the major thrust of the cycle that you're going through right now has to do with regaining justice or gaining justice for your broken heart. And this might have to do, the readings that I do are not strictly love readings. They're more general so that they can be applied to whatever the most important aspects of your life in the coming week are. However, this is just what I'm seeing in the cards. With respect to gaining justice or regaining equilibrium, a just way of living for your broken heart, which involves your broken heart. And this could be a romantic broken heart, but this can also simply be regret, feelings in the past that have kind of left you smarting, events in the past that have not done you all that well or left you in a bad position. I think your attitude towards this is that you're ready to see things break down. You feel like you're at a stalemate, really. You feel that you're at a place from which you cannot move. And you're ready just to see things fall apart if necessary to make that move forward. Thankfully, that's not something that you're going to have to go through. I do see some good things on the table for you. I do see in the coming week that because of a regaining of some equilibrium, because of some just returns or some little bit of just returns that you're receiving, you're able to take some time to yourself. In the past, and this, when I say in the past, isn't necessarily in the past week. These are weekly readings as far as the predictive part is concerned. But the past that we're talking about, this is whatever the past events are that are leading up to the major events that you're going to experience in the coming week. In the past, when it comes to other people specifically, I think that you have been working well with other people, but it's been a little bit of a strain. There was a period in which you felt like you had to struggle to keep things together. You had to struggle to keep that relationship together. You had to struggle to keep that working relationship together if it was a work situation. But then there was some celebrating that took place. You got to experience some happiness. And this may have been a momentary thing. This may have been a celebration, like a specific occasion of celebration that you attended or that you were a part of. But these good feelings left you in a place where you now know that you really do need to reset yourself. You really do need to get to a place where, again, you've regained that equilibrium and you've healed. And so what's going to transpire for you in the coming week? What are the events that you can look forward to? Well, I think early on in the week, you are going to let your passions, rule the day. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing. You're going to kind of let your personality out. You have a lot of burdens on your mind, and you may be feeling kind of isolated. In fact, you may be physically isolating yourself. You may have received some just returns that are allowing you to take some time to yourself physically, or at the very least start to regain a sense of self, a sense of yourself. And so you're going to be feeling that the passion and the energy that's associated with that is going to reassert itself. Now, you need to be aware that you also have responsibilities. And so in the course of seeing to your responsibilities, you are also going to be in this very passionate, very excited, kind of driven mood. And that might be a little bit restraining for you However, what I see later on in the week is recognized victory. You're going to win, and you're going to win over. This has to do with nostalgia. The Six of Cups is on the table, and that's typically the nostalgia card. You're going to win over. I think the best way to put what I'm seeing is that you are going to experience a recognized victory, which involves you regaining that good part of the past, some good part of the past that you thought you had left behind. You're going to be able to regain that. And so look for that to transpire. Look for some event along those lines. It's going to feel like a hard fought victory, but you're going to come out of it feeling very good, very, very sweet. There's a lot of sweet feelings involved in this. Look for that to transpire near the end of the week. Now, I also see in terms of your social life, as I say, you may be somewhat taking some time to yourself. You may be somewhat isolated. You may be feeling very alone. But the truth is, you're not alone. You actually have someone in your life who is willing to be there for you emotionally. You have someone in your life who is a good counselor in terms of the emotional realm, in terms of being there for you and being very stable and being very supportive whenever you need that stable support. You're going to find out that this is going to be kind of a culmination for you. Experiencing this good counsel and this good company is going to be a kind of as I say, a completion of a cycle. This may be something that you really didn't realize about someone that you have in your life, either a friend or a partner, that they could be such a good companion for you from the heart. This is someone who acts from the heart. You didn't really know that they could be such a good companion for you and be so emotionally stable for you when you needed it. And in terms of that passion and that energy that you're feeling, that's going to help you gain mastery over it. It's not going to put water on the fire, so to speak, but rather it's going to help you integrate those feelings and help you integrate that side of your personality moving forward. Overall, the conclusion that I see you reaching by the end of this week is that you are going to be turning away from something. You're going to be turning away from some of your daydreams, some of your probably unrealistic expectations. Maybe there may be some things that you've been daydreaming about, wishing for, that are not really all that realistic. And what you're going to be doing is turning away from that. You're going to be completing that cycle and moving into a place where you are a lot more even-tempered. And you're a lot more even-tempered in terms of what your heart's desires are. You're going to be relying upon real information in the real world, okay? Rather than simply daydreaming and wishing. You are going to move into a place where you are more even-tempered and your expectations are tempered to a certain degree because they are being informed by real information. I hope that something that I've had to say here is helpful for you in the coming week. And I hope you like this video, that you share, that you subscribe. Thank you for that. And also feel free to check out the link to our Patreon page in the description box below. Once again, I am Art Kozak, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.